Hello, everyone. Today, my guest is Helen Wood of Lil Nashville, a brand new honky-tonk bar and restaurant in the heart of Chiswick in Barley Mow. It's a vibrant blend of Southern food, live music, and good times. Helmed by Helen and her husband Rob, Lil Nashville was born out of their passion for American country music and Southern culture. As regular visitors to the U.S., they've long been inspired by the lively honky-tonk scene in Nashville, Tennessee, and the fusion of barbecue, Southern comfort food, and country tunes. Lil Nashville has live music at the weekends and offers a casual dining experience. They also host regular ticketed events, line dancing, and DJ sets. This isn't the only business, though, that Helen and Rob own and run. After many years working in the marketing industry for well-known brands such as Bosch and Dulux, Helen and Rob started the Simply Construction Group. This has gone from strength to strength, growing from a fledgling startup to today becoming London's largest domestic construction company. Helen also started Ava Rose Marketing in 2019. It was born out of a passion for helping entrepreneurs, startups, and small businesses grow effectively through clever and tactical use of marketing. Ava Rose Marketing now works with a wide variety of businesses within the construction, wellness, retail, and hospitality sectors. In her spare time, Helen has two lovely young girls who keep her very busy and loves playing the guitar and traveling. And I'm exhausted by all of that. What an amazing bio, and how busy are you? Thanks so much, Helen, for making time today to talk to me.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Good to be here.
Lovely, lovely to have you. Okay, so the obvious question is, after having successful companies, those construction company and the marketing, what made you open Little Nashville?
It was a bit of a long story. But yeah, it's born out of a passion primarily. My parents used to take me on a lot of holidays to the States, and we would do a lot of road trips, and all we would hear on the radio was country music. And I just loved it. And I kind of started associating that with like happy memories and just feeling relaxed. And yeah, I've just loved it since I was a kid, really, to today. And I guess in terms of why did we want to launch this business? Well, Rob and I, a few years ago, were just sat on a beach, kind of thinking about life, and like we're not getting any younger, and only kind of have a certain amount of working life left. And what would we most like to work on as kind of a last hurrah? And it's probably important to say actually that Rob and I do work together on our construction business, so we were very much used to kind of working together as a husband and wife team. And our kind of shared passion for country music, which I ultimately kind of got him into after we got married, seemed like a really, really, really nice thing to do together. And after we got married, I kind of it was like the time when digital music was really happening, and I was getting back into the genre and discovering it all again, because it was so much more accessible than it ever had been before. And so I would play it all the time at home. And I had a friend that I used to go to concerts with in London as well. And I just slowly sort of exposed Rob to it, and he started really enjoying it as well. And I think the kind of the impetus behind starting this business was that a few years ago, we really wanted to visit Nashville as a bit of a bucket list trip. And, from just one trip, we were hooked, and we now go back every year. And it was kind of from that initial trip that we just fell in love with the city and how vibrant it is. And, everywhere you go, you hear like talented artists and talented musicians, and, all the bars, even the hotels, and the airport even has live music. So it's a really, really fun and vibrant city. And we just felt like there was a real gap in the market here in the UK, and obviously in London as well, for this kind of concept. Most people that don't know country music don't really know what a honky-tonk bar is. So it's still kind of something that we have to explain. And although we've loved it for a very long time, it's suddenly started to get a lot more popular. And I just felt like, wouldn't it be amazing to have a fixed venue in London where, you know, that concentrates on this genre, but also celebrates all the other nice things about it, like the comfort food, the fact that it's a relaxed vibe. You know, you can turn up in your jeans and trainers and no one will bat an eyelid. And all of those lovely things combined just make it a really nice experience. So that's kind of like how Little Nashville was born. And, you know, we go back and we discover things every year. And, you know, we tried to make our venue as authentic as possible to what you'd actually find out in the States, in Nashville.
With all that, how did you find Chiswick? How did Chiswick become the home of Lil Nashville?
Yes, so a long story again, actually. We're actually not from Chiswick, so we like live out in Oxfordshire. So our kind of initial searches were really to open Little Nashville in Oxford purely because that's where we could commute in and out of easily. But the search just went on for months and months, and we couldn't find the right venue. You know, it was taking a long time to hear back from landlords or get anywhere with it. So we decided to just leave that city. And we just felt like London actually is the better place to probably be for this kind of concept. You know, it's just fun, you know, it's open-minded, it's a great place for new concepts to be. So that's why we then turned our search to London. And Chiswick in particular is quite an interesting place because we spent quite a few years when we first got married living down the road in Isleworth, so we know West London and Chiswick quite well, and so it's really lovely to be coming back to this part of London again now at this stage of our lives. And you know, we think Chiswick's just a fabulous, you know, community. It's got a really vibrant high street, and when we walked into Barley Mow, which is where our venue is, we just instantly knew it was the one because it has a very industrial feel. And I think a lot of people, when they think of country bars or honky-tonks, they often think it's like a Wild West saloon bar. But actually in Nashville, a lot of the bars are actually quite industrial. And we really felt like the venue at Barley Mow was exactly this. It has really high ceilings. It's got bricked walls. And the best thing about that particular venue is that when we walked in, it already had a stage, which was amazing, obviously, because the stage is obviously the heart and soul of Lil Nashville, where all the music and the entertainment is led from.
So what are some of the exciting future plans for Lil Nashville?
Yeah, so we're really excited because we're finally going to be able to offer a weekly line dancing class now, which we've been waiting for ages.
Fantastic.
So for those people that don't know or haven't been to Little Nashville yet, we have quite an adaptable space. So we built it so that the area in front of the stage, it has all collapsible tables and stackable chairs, so that when we do line dancing or we have a band on and we want to create a really lovely atmosphere, we can collapse all the tables and chairs and stack them in the corner. And it just creates this wonderful atmosphere because in front of the stage, basically, where the band or the dancer might be. So it's a wonderful, wonderful space for eating, drinking and dancing. So very excited to have those lessons on soon. And we're also going to be switching on soon live music on a Thursday night too, because as we all know, Thursdays are the new Fridays. So and what we're finding was that Fridays and Saturdays are lovely. They're busy, but we are having to turn bookings away. So we just felt like if we had another option for people to come maybe after work for a chilled, drink and some food whilst listening to sort of lovely music, it just gives people another option to come and visit us when we might be fully booked on other nights. So yeah, really excited. That'll all be happening at the end of this month. And then we're hoping to just basically do some great sort of one-off events as well throughout the year. So, Gina, you might be interested in this one, but we're going to do a 4th of July celebration.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And just lots of other hopefully fun things like that throughout the year as we get more settled into the venue and sort of, be able to kind of have the headspace to put on more exciting events for everybody.
I think it's great. I love the sound of the line dancing. I mean whenever I mention Lil Nashville, that's almost the first thing people ask is their line dancing. So that I think that'll be really exciting.
Yes, yeah, I'm very excited about that. I think I'm going to join in on the lessons as well. I think I need
Fantastic.
to learn.
Fantastic. And my final question, I always ask this when I end my Chiswick coffee breaks is, besides Little Nashville, what's your favorite place that you've discovered in Chiswick?
Yeah, so we're still discovering new places all the time because we obviously don't live in Chiswick, and we just love it every time we come. I find something and I just love walking out of Little Nashville and discovering all the other incredible places around it. One thing that we've really loved over the last few weekends, and as the weather's got really, really nicer, is all the incredible markets that you guys have happening in Chiswick. And we were at the flower market not long ago. We did a little event down there, and I took the family with me. And I've also taken quite a few walks when the vintage and the antiques markets are on, which is lovely. Even buying a few things that we thought might be quite fun for the restaurant as well. So, I think that's really, really lovely and a great sign of a wonderful community in Chiswick. So, we don't have that where we are. So I think it creates, great footfall, and it's wonderful to see everybody out enjoying the high road on a Sunday.
Yeah, no, I think the markets are wonderful for the community, but I also think they're wonderful for the other businesses around Chiswick because I think the footfall on a Sunday increases dramatically because of the markets. And I think because of that, it spills out to the businesses. So hopefully places like yours see an uplift because of the
Yes,
markets too. So
yes, yeah.
I think it's great. So, Helen, thank you so much in your very busy schedule for making time to talk to me. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope people visit Lil Nashville. It's great fun. I've been there and looking forward to many more times there. And thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Jeannie. It was lovely to speak to you.
Oh, my pleasure. And thank you everyone for watching and look forward to seeing you in another video soon.